Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Okay, let's do the Sacramento King. 46 and 36 Sacramento Kings. Let me try that again. 46 and 36. Last year, what was your favorite move that the Kings made?
Um, I originally put down none because I really don't like what the Kings have done, but I thought of it. They paid Malik Monk. I like Malik Monk. It's not a crazy contract. He's the perfect like modern era bench scorer that can start. And he's really rounded his game out from what it used to be, being able to get to gets to the line, gets to the hole. So keeping Malik Monk around, I will give him
Okay, that's a good one. I like that one as well. I did. It was hard because I didn't care a lot for their moves. So this is like, what's the opposite of nitpicking? Like, it's not like I was looking for something. I was actually looking for something positive. I
that.
did put DeRozan, like he's a name player. He moves the ball sometimes. He can facilitate sometimes, but he gets a shot. He's one of the clutchest play. Like he's a clutch player, and at times he can be a clutch player, I should say. He had that stretch in Chicago where he was closing games, and fine. It was a fine move. I don't know if it moves the needle, honestly, which is why I didn't want to put it as my favorite move. But the rest of the moves were so, you know, I just couldn't. I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah. Sounds like the Kings.
Yeah, exactly. Least favorite move.
I put the DeRozan thing in my least favorite
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm just
well,
like, yeah, I don't even know. Like, I don't think it makes any sense with their team. And you have a Keegan Murray, and I mean, I
he's
guess
not
they can,
defensive, right? Like he's not a
yeah,
good
yeah,
defender.
yeah,
He's yeah,
yeah.
but
And
anyway,
I
go ahead.
guess DeRozan's more of a guard than Keegan Murray. They're a little different that way, but it's just all right. I know DeRozan has a specific skill set that can still be very useful, but you already have a team that can't play defense. So let's add another guy that won't shoot threes and can't play defense.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't quite understand it. And the other thing I put down, D Davion Mitchell trade, I get like I didn't care for that either because he was a defensive guard. Like you need defense. Like you realize that, right? Kings, you need to play defense, like a defensive guard. So I didn't like that. And I really wish they would get bigger at times. Like they keep getting destroyed by these big players, and it's like it doesn't click that they need to get bigger. And so like a Harkenstein or something like that would have been a much better move for them, but they didn't do something like that. Instead, they're going to go with Sabonis, and I like Sabonis, and at times he is the right guy to put out there at the center, but at times you need somebody bigger. We've seen this, so that's another one of my least favorite moves.
I would agree.
Okay, biggest question.
I put down their defense and their spacing.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, and I feel bad because the Kings are one of the teams I do like. The Kings, I view them as like the Bucks of the West Coast, like the small
Sure.
market team. But I've hated what they've done the last 2 years. They had that really good year, and then one of the few things I got right last year was that the Kings weren't going to be good because of
Yep.
injury luck. Everyone kind of figured out what they were doing, and they just keep rerunning it. And now you bring in DeRozan, and you can sell the name,
Yep.
and I mean, he does look good, and he's a really good player. But for this team, another mid-range guy where Sabonis stands, um, I don't see how the spacing works with Fox, Sabonis, and DeRozan on the floor. Are you gonna tell DeRozan not to close? You're gonna tell Sabonis not to close? Let alone you're taking the ball out of Keegan Murray, who you drafted and you see potential in, and for what? They're not a contender. So I it just feels like a lateral move. Like, is he better than Harrison Barnes? Yes. But just because you add a better player doesn't make your team better, as dumb as that sounds. We're watching it with the New York Jets. The Jets had such a terrible team last year. They scored the exact same amount of points and they're worse than they were last year record wise. So I don't know where the improvement's going to come from.
Yeah, and I feel like Barnes is a better. He's a better defender, a little better defender than DeRozan, correct? Like, this guy. Harrison Barnes, and the other thing is he's like a catch and shoot guy. That's what you need by Fox, in between Fox and Sabonis. And DeMar is not a 3-point guy, so it's like you said, the floor spacing is gonna be bad. And I had the defense down. I'm like, just where's the defense coming from? I'm with you on that. I just don't like, even if Keegan Murray like takes a step on that side of the ball. Now you have one defender. Congratulations on the other four. But and you want to think of who you have coming off the bench. Kevin Herter, Malik Monk, Trey Lyles, like, are those defenders? Like, I think Lyles is okay, but for the most part, the other guys are not that great. So I don't know. I'm with you on that. I'm not really feeling the Kings this year as far as like that their moves made them significantly better or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I'm with you.
They'll still have their exciting offensive nights because they got
Oh,
a lot
sure.
of offensive players. But I look at this team and where I have them finishing. Like, you're going to be excited to be the 8th seed and have to play Oklahoma City.
Right.
Like,
You're getting
you
destroyed.
stopping anyone on that team,
No.
or you score with you're not running that team up and down the court. So
Correct. Prediction.
I put play in.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.